I think what we just filmed will be able to cut that up into quite a few different episodes.
Absolutely.
Snippets of those between the bits that we're doing. So it's like a bit of car work.
It's 2. How many? How many?
Maybe a few.
Bit of snippet.
This behemoth of a CD changer. Look at the size of this. Literally holds 6 discs. Friggin' enormous.
Bit of car work. Bit of snippet. We've got about 18 years of content to get through.
Awesome. Fantastic.
A bit of car work.
You see quite often body parts like that in cars that just don't have any sort of protection on them.
Bit of snippet.
Share it with your friends.
Trying to get people, encourage people to do stuff like this themselves again. We've had a great time doing this.
We set out with a goal in mind, and that goal was to build this car behind me, this Lexus LS400. And to be honest with you, when we first started to put this idea together, we had a pretty basic idea in mind. Brett wanted to come on board. He'd been out of the game for a while. In his case, he got married, had a couple of kids, and slowed down on the car side. Reconnect, work together on something again, just get back into building a few cars. So we set out on our journey, we got a car, we started spinning the spanners, we pulled it apart, we started having a few laughs. We ran into a few roadblocks along the way. We found some challenges in pulling apart such a well-engineered car that really slowed us down. But at the same time, because it slowed us down, it also then gave us the opportunity to adjust, to pivot somewhat. We came to realize that getting more people to do this kind of thing and to chase a passion, to follow a dream, we weren't just going to build the cars for ourselves. This is something that is a bit bigger than just building cars. I could see this change in my friend that was pretty dramatic, to say the least. I reflect back on it now and I think about how far he's come on this journey, and he's quit his job, he's come on now full-time doing this kind of work with me, and we're looking at the future now in terms of what projects we're going to take on next. All sorts of things that 12 months ago were just pipe dreams. When you consider people who suffer through big struggle, or people suffering depression or whatever, and you talk to them about what big dreams they have, what goals they have, what are they working on in themselves, what are they doing in their own personal development, and 9 times out of 10, it's 0. So there's a bit of a correlation here. You're not working on yourself, you're not doing the things that you know you need to be doing to push forward because you're not in a headspace where you need to do that, you're just trying to survive. This thing, guys, if you're doing the work, if you are pushing ahead, if you are moving forward down this path towards a bigger dream or a bigger goal, you've got something that's in mind that's not just about you, all of a sudden now you're motivated, you're up out of the seat, you're up out of the chair, you're in the driver's seat now and in control of your life. And I think you would very rarely find a person who's truly inspired, who's truly joyful, who then also is depressed. Our ultimate goal here is to help people realize their potential, to fix inadequate thinking, to fuel inspiration tomorrow. So why did we choose this car? Well, really it was simple. At the time it was price related. This car came up through a friend of mine and it was at the right time and the right price. When we started building this car, we decided that ultimately we weren't building it for ourselves to keep forever, and looking at what we can put together to help out someone else. There are a lot of guys who I've spoken to, especially young dudes, who haven't found themselves capable of getting into the same places that both Brett and I did as youngsters. So the access to a car like this, if they were going to build it from scratch, is pretty minimal. We can go out and potentially sell this vehicle to someone who might really fall in love with the idea of having the modified car, and it's not going to cost them the earth. We've been able to do full respray, including inside the door jambs, as you've seen. We've been able to put together a whole new car for someone with new suspension. It's going to have a change in the exhaust, it's going to have wheels on it, it's going to have a mint interior, it's going to have a bit of a stereo in it, it's going to give someone that really good basis for a project, or just cruise around as it is. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys, and share it with your friends. Share it amongst yourselves, pass it around. The more of you that get involved, the better this stuff becomes.